Hi everyone, welcome to another episode by Poor Man Gamer, where we believe poor gamers can have fun too. Today we are going to give you 6 tips that I find very helpful for beginning players, medium players. 6 tips that I found to be very effective in case you have a lot of questions. So here we go. Tip number 1, how to spend credits, diamonds, and which units to upgrade. So this is the best way for you to spend your credits. Go to the daily cards and buy the cards that are going to be useful in the long term. Shockwave troops and flame troopers are absolutely key. In almost every deck, they are the strongest anti-infantry unit that you're going to have. And I know of very few decks that do not utilize these 2 units. So make sure you go ahead and buy them if you see them. For free-to-play players, I would strongly advise you not to buy the epic cards unless you have a lot of credits, because it's going to limit you in terms of upgrading. And they are very expensive at 3,000 credits. In terms of the best way to spend the diamonds, the best way is actually to rush the crates. Because mathematically speaking, take my word on it, you get extra diamonds in return, you get credits in return, and it's the best way for you to spend your diamonds. So what I don't recommend is, if you have the patience, wait until level 60, because the return on investment is going to be even better. You're going to get even more diamonds, more credits, better cards, and so on and so on. So I would hold off until then. Tip number 2, join a clan. When you join a clan, you can do something called request. By requesting units, other clan members can go ahead and give you cards. It gives them credits and experience, and it gives you the cards you need to keep upgrading. Very, very effective way for you to level up quickly. So if you don't have a clan, go find a clan and go make some friends and have a lot of fun. Tip number 3, which units to upgrade. On the GDI deck, I would strongly recommend you to focus on the starting unit decks. The Missile Squad's a great idea, the Shockwave Troopers is a great idea, and the Pitbull. So Shockwave Troops and the Pitbull are absolute must. The reason is they are the most versatile starting units that you're going to use, and it's you will see in almost every single deck. Very, very powerful units. If you're free to play, I also recommend the Rhino, and this is why. Oftentimes, when you rank up quickly, you're going to face opponents with much higher level shockwaves than you. The Rhino is the perfect counter to that. If you micro your units properly and you use it properly, the Rhino is very, very effective against infantry, and it gives you the leg up in those matchups. For the Nod, 3 units I would strongly recommend. Number 1 is the Flame Troop. Upgrade that as much as you can, because that's your prime anti-infantry unit. Number 2, attack bikes. Level that up as much as you can, because attack bikes is a very versatile unit, useful for sniping harvesters, anti-air. Go as much as you can. And number 3 is a Scorpion tank. I strongly recommend you upgrading this unit as well, because it's very, very effective against tanks. It's very effective against harvesters, and you can attack on the move, so you can stack, right? So it's pretty awesome. So yeah, upgrade those 3 units. Tip number 4. Make sure that you use a deck that balances your units well. So this is the deck that I like to use. It contains the Shockwave Troops, the Pitbulls, a Predator Tank, an MLRS, and the Rhino. These are all the units that I recommended to use in the beginning. If you can't unlock the MLRS, or you just haven't gotten the cards yet, you're not quite there yet, you could replace the MLRS with an air unit like an Orca to snipe, or you could replace it with a Tech Lab unit if you really want something powerful. But I'm going to show you how tip number 4 is speed. Okay? Try to win that first missile. This is the easiest way for free-to-play players to win, meaning players that don't want to spend any money but still win games, rank up quickly, and be competitive. I have found this deck to be very, very helpful. So I'm going to show you what I mean by speed here. Let's take a look at this match. You're going to see what I see. He's level 7, I'm level 6. You know, our units are fairly matched. I start with a Harvester, nothing special, and I go ahead and get my Rhino up, because the Rhino is a pretty good anti-infantry unit, and a lot of times, facing against shockwaves, I find them to be very difficult to take down. So as you can see here, I'm doing everything I can to protect my Harvester. I actually roll up my Lieutenant Strongarm, because for me to roll out my shockwaves and build the barracks is going to take 80 Tiberium. The Lieutenant Strongarm is only 40, and it stalls him out. Right? That's all I really need to do, is to stall him out. So here comes the bikes. I'm gonna leave my Rhino there to keep that to keep the missile tower going. And right now, my primary focus is to defend my harvester. So as you can see here, this guy is super aggressive. Try to take down my harvester. I open with my jump jet squad because it's a very effective unit against bikes. And now look at him. He's building a Banshee. I've never seen someone sacrifice so many units just to go after one harvester. So I immediately rush up and I do what damage I can to his harvester. He micros it away very well. Very smart player. So of course I move my jump jets back and I rebuilt my harvester. I have my Pitbull now. Notice how the level 8 Pitbull saved me. I need that strong Pitbull. And look how flustered this guy is. He's not even building anything right now. Right? Look at his harvester. He's just sitting there because he doesn't know what to do. Right? And he's so flustered with the variety of units here. So right now I'm on 2 tiles. I don't see any threats. So I go ahead and chase him. And look how much damage that jump jet squad does against, or jump jet troop does against the flame troops on the bottom. So now I've got 2 predators. I take a look at his harvester again. I'm like, he's not building anything. I'm very confused at this stage. Why hasn't he built anything? Why is he still going after my harvester? I mean, to what advantage is there if you're not harvesting? So I leave my Rhino at the top to do some damage. I leave my Pitbull there on the bottom to chase him off. I probably should have attacked his harvester more aggressively. I didn't, right? But the whole key is just to keep that missile count going. I built another Rhino on the top thinking he's going to send more infantry. He doesn't. And it's getting to the stage now where I'm just scratching my head thinking, does he have a strategy? So anyway, what I'm going to do is build my MLRS, and I'm going to build a wall on the top. He's just rolling out Banshee after Banshee after Banshee. So I've got the top controlled against ground units. And now on the bottom, that Shockwave is going to take a beating. I'm going to start rolling out Pitbulls now, right? And I'm hoping to capture that missile. So something really interesting happens here. I'm going to slow it down. Take a look. Okay, so this is a very good tip for some of you guys who are not aware of this yet. I can't... Look at the unit first. 2 Banshees and 1 bike. None of them are good against infantry. They're all very strong against vehicles. At this stage of the game, no matter how many Pitbulls I'm going to build, I may lose this missile. So I do 2 things. 1, MRLS on the top to pressure his harvester, maybe distract him. And 2, I built a jump jet troop. And look what I do here. All I need to do is fly my jump jet troop overhead, like so. And it counts as a unit being on top. So I just fly my jump jet troop back and forth over that missile tile. And I pick up the win because I got both missiles. You see that? So even if I lost that missile, I wiped out his harvester, I can still come back from this match. This is, and notice how this entire match, there was no chance whatsoever for me to build any Tech Lab units. So for those of you who are new to this game, just starting, go ahead and don't be afraid to give up Tech Lab units even though they're very high level. Try giving these weaker common units a try. If the meta ever changes, meaning if the way this game changes so that the beginning units are weaker and the Tech Labs are stronger or they're cheaper so that they're more useful and you can roll it out earlier, then we'll change strategy. But for now, the most effective way for you to win matches is to use very basic units. Right? So let's just take a look here. Again, standard start. Roll out in my harvester. I roll the war factory because he's not rushing me. There is a weakness in this deck, which is if they aggressively rush me with a bike in the beginning, it does put me in a bind. You can come back from it if you micro your harvester well. But right now I'm just scouting him out. He's rolling out those laser drones. They are a pain in my butt. But I focus on one thing at a time. I knock out his Venom first. And then I did not expect him to build a Banshee right away. So this kind of puts me at a disadvantage. I just roll out another Pitbull, right? I'm trying my best to take out his harvester here. And this is tip number... let me pause it here. This is what I should say is tip number 5. Pressure the enemy harvester, which you saw in the last video. Do what you can, okay? And tip number 6 is retreat. Tip number 6. Did you see how I retreated my Pitbull there? I knew I couldn't take on 2 Banshees, right? And it was weakened. So I just retreated my Pitbulls. So now I see the Banshees on the top. I'm going to give him some pressure now. I'm going to go 2-on-1 on him. You see that right here? By going 2-on-1 on his Banshee, I am able to knock it out much more quickly, and I start pressuring his Harvester again. So I do see his Banshee on the top. I have my MLRS. Focus on one unit at a time. My Pitbulls is going to take care of the Banshees. My MLRS is going to take care of his Harvester, right? Unfortunately, I couldn't protect it well enough. So, and I noticed that this guy's got a lot of Banshees. He loves it. So I'm going to speed it up. Pressure, pressure, pressure. The enemy Harvester, right? Look at that. Tip number 5. And did you see what I did there? I moved my Pitbull right on top of the Tiberium so he cannot mine. So now he has no economic advantage. Look at his deck. He's got very, very heavy Temple of Nod units, but he can't get there if I keep blowing up his Harvesters, right? So I just give him a tremendous amount of pressure there. Bang, bang, bang. Right? There goes another Harvester. Look at the missile tile. I have not stepped up. I am still trying to keep it going. I see both of his Harvesters are now rolled to the top. I'm going to go pressure him and attack him. So now he's finally rolls open with a Rock Worm. I'm going to open with a Jump Jet to jump on all 3 tiles. Take a look at what happens here. Rock Worm is coming. Rock Worm is coming. Still pressure on those Harvesters. Out pops the Rock Worm. Does some damage to me. Missile's already gone. Right? So this is why speed can work towards your advantage. So for those of you who are watching, here are on screen are the 6 tips. And if you like it, please subscribe, and as always, have a wonderful day. Thank you. Stay cool.